Hi, Next to Change. This is Vivian. I was thinking today about wisdom and where wisdom comes from. And I know a lot of times it comes from knowledge, it comes from practical application, and it comes from experience. But what I was thinking about today was something a little different. We were having a roundtable discussion with a group of peers, and what we thought about was, what you know, name a mentor in your life, that really made a difference. And even more than a mentor, we went back to when we were in graduate school or when we were in high school, and we were like, what professor or what teacher really made a difference and touched your life? And everybody was saying various things, and I was thinking, and I couldn't really think of anybody in particular that made such a great, significant impact on me, that inspired me in any really great kind of way. But what I did think about was one of my graduate school professors. And she would always say, access your ignorance. And when you first hear that, the first thought is like, why would I want to access my ignorance? I want to be intelligence. I want to be intelligent. But then I remember thinking, once I learned what that meant, it's really, it's really true. Because a lot of times we can go into situations with people thinking that we know, thinking that we understand, thinking that we have the answers. And a lot of times, preconceived notions are the things that get us in trouble because we miss details because we think we already know. And in this particular instance, she was just talking about dealing on a social level with people, when it's therapy or when it's counseling or when it's mentoring or coaching. What you need to do is access your ignorance. And your ignorance is basically what you don't know. You know, what don't you know about this person? What don't you know about this situation? What are you ignorant about as far as where the gaps are in finding information, that can take you to the next stage, that can take you to the next level, that can take you to the next level with yourself, or that can take you to the next level with helping other people. And I remember I always thought about that, and sometimes when I'm talking to someone, if I'm counseling, if I'm, coaching, you have to be careful where you're coming from. So, yeah, you do have things that you know, but sometimes there are things that you don't know. And even just learning how to do particular things, if it's running a business, there's things that you know and sometimes things that you don't know. But what you do when you're communicating with other people, you know, that's also a communication skill. You access your ignorance. What is it that I don't know? And that opens up a floodgate of things. You'd be surprised that when you walk into a situation that you think you already know, if you really are open to the situation and you're really open to learning, you're really open to benefiting and to being positive and learning, um, when you access your ignorance, you'll notice that the floodgates will just open and you will find out there's so much more that you don't know. And many times you'll find out there's more that you don't know than what you know. And once you begin to cultivate that type of an attitude, you become a wise person. You begin to look at, all aspects of a thing and of people. And you don't come off as being the know-it-all or not open to learning, because even learning, gives you knowledge and even helps you again to be more intelligent and to have more knowledge and to have more wisdom. So it's wise to look at the things that you don't know. So remember, you know, access your ignorance sometimes, you know, in a situation. Don't always just run and think you know the answers. Some things have to be reflected upon, and some things have to be pondered upon. And once you look at it like that, it doesn't mean that you aren't the expert. It doesn't mean that you aren't the professional, because certainly many people are the expert, and you are the professional, and you are the mentor, and you are the coach. That is true. But, you can never think that you know it all, that you don't need to look in the areas that are a mystery or that you don't know, or what can you do to bridge the gap. So I'm Vivian here, Next to Change, and remember, subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you can see when new videos come up. And remember, like I always say, you be the next to change. Bye.